So let's go there, guys. We're gonna go over to Redfin. This is housing market update. Listings surge, luring some buyers off the fence, but near record housing costs price others out. The U.S. median monthly housing payment was $2,686 during the 4 weeks ending March 10th, just $30 shy of the October's all-time high, which back in October was extremely expensive on all fronts for housing, and that prices increased in all 50 of the most populous U.S. metros, and that's the first time it's happened since July of 2022, a good year and a half ago. So guess what? Listings are surging and prices are not going really anywhere.
Guess what?
So new listings up 13%, guys.
It's so true.
That is the biggest annual increase in nearly 3 years, and the total number of homes for sales up 3%, the biggest increase in 9 months.
I mean, that's not a lot to say when last year, I mean, it's hard to compare when last year was a rough year.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
True. But
still, it's been higher. And the data continues to state that we're going to be expecting more sellers to be in the market.
And one of the things that last year taught me was to be a lot more data-driven rather than emotionally driven, because the data is going to really tell you the truth, whether you like it or not. You can feel whatever you feel, but the market's going to go and do what it needs to do.
Yeah.
One of the things that I did want to make clear was, like, as rates do start to decline and inventory increases, obviously the demand's going to go up higher. And with so much built-in demand right now, with the stimulus, with the proposal for Biden in the talks, California's Dream for All program, like that, if there's no more demand coming into the hottest years of the market built up, then I don't know, because it's going to get even more competitive as the months come. So ask yourself, are you going to take a higher rate at a lower purchase price or a lower rate at a higher purchase price? And you could do the math. And you can
I'm glad that you brought that drink program, because when they first launched it in the year,
it was a mess.
They brought like $350,000. The money was gone in 11 days.
Yeah.
They brought back the following year. That was 2022, right?
Yeah.
And then in 23, they brought it back. And now they put more stipulations where you had to have a minimum credit score of 680.
You have to use it.
It had to be a first-time home buyer, right? And your debt to income could not exceed 45%.
Yeah.
Front or back. And if you understand that front or back debt to income ratio, the front end, what that means is no more than 45% of your current income could go towards paying your house payment, and also no more than 45% of your back end, which is your credit card debt, and car loans or
and
whatever, student loans. No more than 45% can go towards that.
All combined expenses.
Combined expenses. So it's crazy, because right now they're making affordability. You have to be under that 30% in order to.
And so here's
it's tough. How do you?
And so here's now the new problem, but same problem. How do people qualify? Because I'm looking at this chart from Redfin, and median sales price is up year over year. Median asking price up year over year. Median monthly mortgage payment up, with the exception of the $30. It's less now than it was in October, but that's the highest it has been in 4 years. Then you have new listings up, active listings up, months of supply up, and the median days on market going down, which means the houses are staying on the market less. And you have average price to sale ratio at 98.6%.
Dang.
And here's the thing. You are showing areas that are notoriously expensive showing really large year-over-year increases of median sales price, pending sales, and new listings. You're talking places in California, New Jersey, Florida, Arizona, Nevada. I mean, people have been flocking to some of these places, and some of them leaving California. I'll put that.
Austin,
but
Texas.
Going to Florida, you see look at median sale price in West Palm Beach, Florida, up 14%. San Jose, 16% up.
Yeah.
Fort Lauderdale, 13%. Look at new listings. San Jose, up 30% of new listings. Phoenix, 30%. Vegas, 27%. Minneapolis, 26%, and Jacksonville, 25%.
That's crazy.
That's statistically significant in a crazy fashion. And again, unless those numbers were super in the dumps, which they weren't, this is really gnarly.
You know, it's funny. One of the things I noticed is that the real estate numbers and data is the one thing that never gets adjusted, or I've seen got adjusted. It's always just like,
it's all publicly recorded data.
Yeah, so you can't mess that one up. So I'm saying, that is the data.
There
you can't mess that one up.
Yeah, but I mean, look, even if you have a statistical variance of plus or minus 3, guys, you're still talking about plus or minus 3 from 25%. So the error quotient is what, 22% to 28? Okay, fine. That's still above 20. Yeah. So in this case, we're seeing these things moving out of reach even further from some people. And it's great that there's new listings coming. It's great that there's more inventory. But really, the personal decision for the consumer to either get more income, reduce their debt, tighten up their credit, and do those active on-the-ground things for themselves, this is going to be a runaway train.
Yeah,
it's just going to be a runaway train. I know that's going to be unpopular. People are going to comment and be like, "Oh, that guy's an idiot." Well, okay, so be it. So be it. These guys already called me idiot before the show.
You see me in the comments calling you an idiot?
Yeah. Oh, great. Well, I'm gonna have to go.
Such an idiot.
I'm gonna have to reply to that one. Great. So the REDFIN economic research lead Chen Zhao was saying that mortgage rates are likely to stay high a little longer than expected.
Oh yeah.
Especially because of the latest inflation report, and the Fed's probably not going to cut rates until now this summer, and that means that this train is underway, and I think people are going to end up chasing it.
People
you guys
stop
agree?
spending money.
Agree? I mean, it's
Stop
a catch-22
spending.
though, isn't it? Like, you know, on the wholesale side, the PCE number is high. On the consumer side, the CPI number is high. Or I shouldn't say high. It's in positive territory. Until that thing flattens out or returns, I mean, it's like it's just constantly going.
Yeah.
And we still have to buy the goods we buy and eat the food we eat and pay our electric bills and whatever. But, you know, here we go. The more we show it's okay to pay, we pay it.
Sometimes, Andy, I don't understand all that data because we know a lot of people nowadays, they're having a hard time even paying their utility bills.
Yeah.
We're seeing an increase in that.
Yeah.
So it's like sometimes I feel like some data is kind of skewed. It's not really out there being truly given to us.
Like the average American, you ask them, hey, how are you really doing? I guarantee you that most of them are going to be like, yo, I'm either struggling, I'm barely getting by, or things are a lot different than they were a couple years ago.
Someone was,
and even if you're if you're making more, like there's still like you're still feeling the price differences.
We're starting to see big companies, big corporations where they're closing certain departments. They're letting it go. Like it's what are these? And these are multi-billion-dollar companies. And if they're shutting down certain departments, because there's a reason.
Well, you guys may or may not have noticed this. Just within a 3-mile vicinity of our, let's say 5-mile vicinity, there were 4 Chase banks. Now there's 2.
Oh,
yeah. There's 2,
that.
and there's 1 in Bonita. So out of those, out of the 5 that were here,
I did not notice.
2 have been closed.
The one up in East.
So the one over off Olympic Parkway by the Walmart, that one is closed. And the one over in Bonita Point Plaza, that one was closed. And so they have the one down in Bonita.
That's true, right
they have the one on Telegraph, and they have the one right here in East Lake by the Jamba Juice.
Gotcha.
Those are your 3 Chases left in the 5 miles of the 5 that were there. That's just one local example, but I mean, you see pharmacies that have been closed. I mean, there's changes. There are for sure changes. And I think on the consumer side, yes, I know that people are struggling to pay their bills. And some commentator recently just did like a montage of like social media posts where people are like literally on their camera just crying like, I can't buy my normal food, and I buy regular off the shelf food like cereal and milk and eggs, and like I'm not talking about going to get $100 steak. I'm talking about I need the staples at my house, and I'm still not able to make it, and I got 2 jobs, and so I saw this like montage of all this. I'm like, okay, wow, that says something.
I mean, it's crazy because today, normally you don't pay attention to anything. You just go in there and charge it, right? So I went to go have a torta today.
Yeah.
Because we're in the older Pollard Chula Vista, dropping off Ashton's car, you know, to get alignment and stuff. So I'm like, I'm craving a torta. Let's go, Tanya. So we go. And
right there on Broadway?
Yeah, right there on Broadway. So we get 2 tortas, right? And if you guys don't know what it is, Google it. They're so good here, especially here.
Great, but make sure you get the right tortas, not the...
I mean, it's like, so... We get the tortas, and then we get we get a drink, right? And it's like medium, large, or whatever. I got large because it's cucumber water. It's so good, right? If I had vodka in there, I'd spike that up. It'll be good. But anyhow, I look at the freaking bill. It was $32. Yes.
Oh yes, it was $32.
$32.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, $16 like average meal per person when it used to be like $5-6.
Yeah.
Well, remember, I always eat at the dollar menu.
There is no. I've been telling you, there's no dollar menu.
No dollar
it's the
menu
inflation menu now.
Yeah.
But I mean,
value only now.
Like seriously, these things are happening. Like this, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
I remember I would go over there, and it was 2 of us. It'd be like $16.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like for 2.
Even just a couple of years ago, it was like that. We're not talking 20 years ago.
It was like 5 and change.
We're old,
like,
but it wasn't that long ago.
Even that that event we were at, the guy said he's like, I came up with $19 at that time.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, we're all excited, we're all happy, and I'm like, right now, bro, $19, bro.
No.
Lunch
He's
for one.
Like instead of going to the store and buying food, right? He said, I'm gonna go buy
I bought this. I'm doing the math on my bro, and the 2 things that you just said, my $20 are gone right now.
And he had enough for ice cream.
At the end, he's like, and we're going through a hard time, and I got myself ice cream because who doesn't need ice cream? I'm like,
that's crazy. But yeah, Andy, I totally understand it.
Well,
crazy.
guys, I know we can't solve that problem. It's fun to talk about as far as like
get
a kind of an escape for it. But like the truth is, this is a continuing problem for people. Inflation is going to have to chill out. It's going to have to chill the F out for a minute,
big time,
so we can catch up. We're going to need builders to come make more supply. We're going to need house prices to chill a little bit, and we're going to need to see wages increase. All the things that that all the variables that fit in the equation of buying or not buying, they've got to chill for a second so people can get a chance. That's
Which takes us to the next subject.
That's all I got for that one.
Yeah.